Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Beep boop, beep boop.
Ay, 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 ay!
What is it, Alpha?
A giant robot's attacking the quarry!
Teleport Jason here immediately. Jason, thank you for coming on such short notice. What is it, Zordon? A giant robot is attacking the quarry. We need you to go and stop this mayhem. You can count on me. Well, he's a big fellow. Looks like I'm gonna need my power sword. Ah!
Beep boop, beep boop. Beep boop, beep boop.
Whoa!
Beep boop, beep boop.
Hiya! 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 Hiya!
Beep boop boop.
I need dinosaur power now! Tyrannosaurus! Ah! Yeah! Alright, let's do this!
Wow! Beep doop, beep doop. Boo! Beep-a-beep-doop. Beep-doop, beep-doop. Beep-doop. Beep-doop.
Alright, it's time to finish him off. T-Rex finisher move. Power Rangers! Time to take a closer look at the Red Ranger and T-Rex Zord from Power Rangers Mega Construx. You can see we've got the little figure here of the Red Ranger with his power sword, and of course, the buildable part of this set is his Zord. The Red Ranger minifigure is pretty basic. Pretty much all the characters in this line have just a basic body type, very plain, with the paint apps on them. They're pretty effective, they look good. Unique heads would have been nice, or maybe even removable helmets or something like that, but they do a great job of effectively communicating that it's a Power Ranger. I am a little disappointed that the weapons don't really look like the Ranger's weapons. This sword looks nothing like the Red Ranger's power sword, but, you know, I guess we can't complain too much. Over here we've got the T-Rex Zord. The T-Rex Zord was the original Power Ranger main Zord. Usually the Zords have one that can kind of fight on its own, you know, sort of a human-sized one, that all the other ones connect to make the Megazord. So usually that one's kind of the most popular version. And the T-Rex was that from this series. And so the T-Rex got a lot of screen time fighting Goldar and fighting other characters on his own. The T-Rex defeated some of the other bad guys on his own, which is kind of unusual in Power Rangers. Usually the individual Zords have to combine. So the T-Rex was very popular, especially in the episodes before the Green Ranger debuted the Dragon Zord. The T-Rex is made up of a combination of some of the larger style bricks as well as some of the smaller style bricks. It's a very unusual mix, kind of unorthodox. It works pretty well for this. You know, maybe a little clunky in places. Some of the other Zords I liked a little bit more. I think the Triceratops was maybe slightly more effective than this T-Rex Zord. The head looks pretty good. I really want it to be able to pivot here, but it doesn't. It just disconnects. It has a ball joint down here at the neck, which I guess is good enough. But when I grab the head to move it, I always end up grabbing the front part and it pops apart. I do like that they made these horns and the teeth and everything. It looks good. Opening mouth would have been really awesome, a hinged mouth, but that didn't seem to be the way they went on any of these guys. His arms have articulation at the shoulders and at the elbows. They kind of bend down more than they bend up. It kind of looks like a dog begging. Which is kind of funny because the T-Rex Zord had very angular arms, like they really did bend into like L shapes almost. These aren't too bad. Then down below he's got his legs, which are articulated at the hips and at the knees. That works pretty well. He does get to be very tall if you pose him a certain way, but he starts to look a little goofy and he gets very top heavy. I prefer to keep my T-Rex Zord with his knees bent. It looks a little bit more the way he appeared in this show. On the back of the figure we have an articulated tail, which is pretty good, as well as an opening cockpit compartment. Whoops. That's supposed to be hinged. That we can put Jason or Rocky into. You got to take the power sword out of his hands and kind of tuck his arms in. I think this is an interesting idea because they do get in the Zords in the show, and you do see them through a little, what feels like a windshield in the show often, but it's not like on the back of the Zord like this. So it's a cool, you know, artistic license kind of thing. I don't mind it at all. I do enjoy this Tyrannosaurus Zord, but after seeing some of the newer Pokemon Mega Construx sets, I feel like they could probably do this way better. Like, even more intricate with way more parts, really interesting. I'm not sure if these were aimed at a little bit younger audience than those Pokemon ones, and that's why they went with the clunkier bricks, but I would love to see more detailed minifigures and more detailed sets from Mega Construx at some point. I would love a couple Mega Construx monsters that were big like these Zords, or, you know, maybe a different series of Rangers. Let's show some love to some of the other Ranger teams. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous toy review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out all our other Power Rangers Mega Construx videos.